Imagine the bustling heart of New York City, where tourists flock to iconic spots like Times Square, only for a routine moment to turn into a nightmare of unimaginable horror. That's the shocking reality of a tragic hit-and-run incident that claimed the life of a German visitor and left her husband fighting for survival. But here's where it gets controversial. The driver insists he never struck anyone, sparking debates about accountability and justice. In our fast-paced urban jungles, stick around as we dive into the details of this heart-wrenching event, revealing layers that most people overlook in the headlines. In a terrifying crash that unfolded in Midtown Manhattan, authorities have formally charged the minivan driver responsible for mowing down a married couple from Germany. The incident, which resulted in the death of the woman and severe injuries to her husband, has sent shockwaves through the city. For beginners unfamiliar with such cases, hit-and-run accidents like this highlight the dangers of urban traffic, where split-second decisions can have devastating consequences. Think of it as a stark reminder that even in a place as vibrant as NYC, pedestrian safety isn't always prioritized. The accused, Mohammed Abouzaid, a 40-year-old resident of the Bronx with no prior criminal record, faces charges including failure to yield to a pedestrian and fleeing the scene without reporting the accident. He was set to appear in Manhattan criminal court for arraignment. Interestingly, when apprehended, Abouzaid reportedly told police, "I did not hit anybody," a claim that adds a layer of intrigue to the case. And this is the part most people miss. Such denials often fuel discussions about whether drivers are truly aware of their actions in chaotic moments, or if they're simply evading responsibility. It's a point that could divide opinions. Do you think his statement reflects genuine confusion, or is it a calculated attempt to dodge blame? According to law enforcement, the victim, 50-year-old Alexandra Sabine Lewalter Merrick from Hamburg, Germany, was fatally struck when the driver of a 2001 Toyota Sienna reversed at a dangerously high speed near the intersection of East 40th Street and 5th Avenue around 2:40 p.m. on Wednesday. Facing east on East 40th Street and obstructing the crossroads, the minivan backed up rapidly, trapping the couple between the vehicle and a stationary box truck waiting at the traffic light. The impact was so brutal that Merrick was nearly decapitated, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. Her 55-year-old husband, who was marking his birthday, endured a fractured skull, but is currently in stable condition at Bellevue Hospital, receiving treatment for his injuries. Disturbing footage captured by the Post depicts emergency responders attending to the lifeless, blood-soaked body of Merrick on the pavement in front of the truck, as they checked for a pulse and discovered the extent of her horrific wounds. Abouzaid allegedly sped away in the minivan, which sported a custom license plate reading Times Square and was registered in Mississippi. He was eventually apprehended about an hour later by one of the NYPD's specialized quality of life units at the corner of West 38th Street and 8th Avenue. This case raises eyebrows on several fronts. Why would someone with a vanity plate evoking NYC's tourist hub be involved in such a pedestrian endangering act? And what about the charges? Are they sufficient for a tragedy this severe, or should harsher penalties apply to deter future incidents? For instance, some might argue that hit-and-run laws need tightening, especially in crowded areas, while others could counter that accidents happen and not every mishap warrants extreme punishment. It's a controversial topic that begs the question, where do we draw the line between negligence and outright recklessness? What are your thoughts on this? Do you side with the driver's denial, or do you believe the evidence points to clear guilt? Share your opinions in the comments. Let's discuss how we can make our streets safer for everyone, from locals to international visitors.